I'm Rick Howard, president of Kingdom Magic Vacations. In my job, I get to travel a lot. I explore the world on land and sea, eating in unique restaurants and discovering interesting locations. I'm always looking for new places to visit, and I want you to travel with me. Welcome to Travel with Rick. Hey everybody, real quick before we start the show this week, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder about our Adventure by Disney Backstage Magic for next year, June 24, 2012. We've got 30 spots available for the biggest time in Southern California you can imagine. We're going to go from Hollywood to Anaheim. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff. We're going to see some backstage Disney magic. So for all of you Disney fans like me, this is going to be the Adventure by Disney of the year. If you want to join me, June 24, 2012 through June 29, click the banner below for all the details. But come on, let's watch a great episode of Travel with Rick. Well, hey everybody, we're back here in Epcot. I've got my good friend John Donahue. Hey John.
Hey Rick, how you doing, buddy?
Isn't Epcot cool today?
I love being in Epcot on a nice fall day. Epcot's
way cool. This is John Donahue, folks. You guys may remember him from our 12 Days of Christmas last year. He's from wdwparkhoppers.com, right?
That's right.
That's the website, the blog. You get all your great hopping information there. 4 parks, 1 world, you find it all right there.
Right.
John's been on Travel with Rick before. We've actually never done food and wine before, right?
No, this is my first time doing food and wine with you, and I'm really excited, and I'm very grateful for the invite.
Well, a couple things, you know, is cool about that. Number one, man, I'm just glad you're here because we're such great friends, so it's awesome to be doing this with you. But this is Travel with Rick's last trip around. We've done a couple of episodes with Amanda, we've done a couple with Rhino Kent, even had Leslie on an episode, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And so what we've got to do today, man, we saved the best countries for you. Right? So since you're kind of the new guy for us for food and wine, we got the new countries here, right?
Awesome.
So we've got a few countries to hit, and we're gonna go around, and by the time we're done today, dude, we're gonna have our little passport book that we've been telling you guys about for the whole Food and Wine Festival. We're gonna have this puppy filled up, and we're gonna have some good food. You're having a beer from Craft Beers now, right?
I am having a beer from the Craft Food.
Tell us about it, dude.
Well, this is actually the Leinenkugel's Berry Weiss. It's one of the 5 or 6 beers that they have there. I'm a big fan of the Leinenkugel's Red, so when I saw they had the Berry Weiss, I had to try it. It's a great beer. It has a lot of blueberry, raspberry taste to it, but it doesn't overpower the beer. It's just a great beer for somebody that's not really a beer fan but wants to give it a whirl. Well, I would suggest it.
Maybe I should try it then. As you guys know, and maybe you don't know, I'm not really the beer guy. So that's why we let John hit the craft beer booth because, hey, we got to hit every booth by the end of Food and Wine this year. That's our goal. So you're doing that for us. We're on our way now to a new country, new to Food and Wine. Obviously, the Caribbean's not a new country. It's really not even a country. It's kind of a, hey, it's a state of mind where I live, man. In Florida, Caribbean is a state of mind.
Absolutely.
So we're digging that. We're going to the Caribbean. We're going to check out some food there. We're going to bring you guys along with us, and we're excited to see what they've got there. So we're moving on to the Caribbean. See you there. And don't forget, at the end of our show, we got a big announcement, right?
Oh yeah, I heard that there's this big announcement that we're going to make at the end of the show.
So hang with us, guys. We're going to be reminding you all the way around the world. And when we get to the end of our show, big announcement for 2012 on Travel with Rick. See you in the Caribbean. Well, John, we made it to the Caribbean.
It's so nice down here in the Caribbean.
Yeah, man, and we found us a nice, cool place here at the Mexico Pavilion, which is kind of a little strange, right?
Well, here's a crazy question real quick.
Okay.
It's Pirates of the
Caribbean,
but we call it the
Caribbean.
It's weird.
So,
I'm getting confused.
You know, and we go both ways. See, you know, I go to that Jimmy Buffett School of Language, which says Caribbean's cool.
There you go.
So, but I know a lot of people say Caribbean, and that's all right. So, you know, I think it's potato.
It's always confusing. You know? So thank you for clearing that up.
So I said that to Andrew the other day. As a matter of fact, I just happened to say to him, "Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?" And he said, "Well, I say Caribbean," and that was the example I used. But it's Pirates of the Caribbean. So anyway, that's not our question of the week. Sorry. Okay, so we are here in the Caribbean. Caribbean, look, you're doing it to me, dude. It's contagious. All right, so we got our book stamped, and we've actually got 2 things here. First one is we have ropa vieja, slowly braised beef with white rice. And what do you have, John?
I have a spicy jerk chicken drumstick with mango salsa.
Yeah, that's looking pretty rocking there.
It does
so
look good.
We're going to dig right in. By the way, how was that beer? Is it finished, right?
Oh, the beer was great. It was finished before we got all the way to the Caribbean.
So thanks for hooking me up there because, like I said, you guys know I'm not much of the beer guy. I'm more the wine guy. So, but you're the wine guy too. We're going to have some wine later, right?
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
excellent. All right, so I'm going to dig right into this beef here. Looks like we got some red and green peppers there. Little white rice. Oh yeah, babe. That's not bad.
That's really good.
Yeah, yeah, real flavorful. Definitely has that slow roasted flavor to it. You can tell it's been cooked for a while. It is kind of, I won't say stringy, definitely pulled, but a lot of flavor. Not bad, not bad.
And you know, don't let the fact that it's from the Caribbean scare you. It's not really spicy. At least the ropa vieja's not.
Right.
I haven't tried the jerk chicken yet.
Right, and this is pretty good. Rice is, I mean, it's white rice, okay?
Yeah.
Nothing flavorful there, really, except white rice. There's really nothing in it. So it is plain rice with some slow roasted beef. So that's where you're at there.
All right.
Now I'm gonna try this chicken. Oh, got the big piece, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna dig right in here. Now that's good.
Isn't that good?
I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
That is good.
on the inside, chicken's nice and moist. On the outside, got a little bit of crust to it, and there is some spice there. You can taste that jerk on the outside of it. Get a little bit of that outside crust. I think you'll probably pick it more than you did on that inside meat from the drumstick. Well, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this chutney, or this mango salsa rather. Oh yeah, good compliment. Really sweet.
Yeah.
Really nice. That's good. I like that.
I'm not really a spicy fan,
Okay.
but the jerk chicken's not too much. I mean, there's something in Mexico, or the Mexican pavilion, that they put on the beef taco that lit me up.
The chipotle sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that hot, but Ken picked up on it a little bit. We tried that in the episode I did with Rhino Ken.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and between the two tacos, we had both the shrimp and the beef, and we thought the beef was definitely the winner there. But this beef here, slow roasted beef, definitely good. But I'm liking that chicken a good bit more. So, and the salsa is a nice little sweet, good complement to it, breaks it up a bit. So I'm liking
good.
that.
I like them both, actually.
What do you think?
I would probably side more towards the beef because I'm
Okay.
a ropa vieja guy.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
But you know, in my house, we believe that anything jerked is good. So you can jerk chicken, you can jerk shrimp, you can jerk beef on the grill.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we cook a lot with jerk sauce. So
Well, I know where I'm coming next
I'm
weekend.
definitely thinking that's rocking, man. So
Awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so I think we're going to take our little book, we're going to finish up our food, and we're going to head on and find another new country here in World Showcase. And remember, hang with us to the very end.
Because we have a great announcement. It's huge. It's going to be amazing.
Mega. You don't want to miss this.
And this is not one of those, we're just teasing you. It is a huge announcement.
You're going to love this, and we're going to love sharing it with you. So we'll see you in the next country. All right, John, we're here in Scandinavia. We're actually in the Norway Pavilion, which is kind of cool, and the Scandinavia booth is right down there. Now, this is a new booth, but actually it's not a new booth.
No, Norway's been a part of World Showcase for a long time, and so it's a new booth, but I guess they're bringing some different flavors that they don't have.
Sure, and actually Scandinavia has been here on Past Food and Wines, but it just hasn't been here in a couple of years. So this is their first time back in a while.
Cool.
And another interesting thing about this, we didn't mention it on our last stop, but the Caribbean, they had a frozen mojito thing, but it wasn't working.
Oh, I know, and I'm a Tampa boy, so you know I know my mojitos, and it is really, really amazing. It's not overpowering. It's a great drink, and the berry colada is really good too.
Okay, so we requested that, but I guess it wasn't working there. But I did see them getting a berry colada thing, so maybe we just didn't ask for the right thing there. But my point being, 2 food stops, 3 overall stops, and I'm still drinkless, so that's a good thing. But now in Scandinavia, you also steered us kind of away from the beverages there.
Yeah, and my wife, Park Hopper Sid, is really a big fan of the Zante Sunshine, which is kind of a Zante is a wine.
Okay.
And they put it in like a sparkling water type of deal. It's really good. It's a little bit more bland than I would prefer. She liked it, thought it was very refreshing. I was not a huge fan.
Okay.
But then again, I'm a beer guy. So.
Okay, so what we did pick up for you guys in Scandinavia, we've got some great Swedish meatballs here with lingonberries. All right, lingonberries.
Right, lingonberries, yeah.
Awesome. I'm not sure I know what a lingonberry is. You may have to clear that up for me there, but we've got a couple of meatballs here. And then we've got a taste of Scandinavia, which is some smoked salmon.
Right. Some shrimp salad.
Yep.
And some smoked herring. Or smoked or, yeah, it's cured herring.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm a big fan of the salmon. The herring,
Not so much, huh?
Or we'll see what's going to happen this time.
I'm going to jump right into the salmon then, since that seems to be the hit for you.
Yeah,
so
it's good. It's good stuff.
There we go. Got a little mustard for it.
If you've ever been to IKEA and had their meatballs with their lingonberry sauce, it's very similar. So it's great. Good stuff, right?
Salmon's good.
Salmon is good. And good for you.
And good for you. That's right. Lots of special amino acids, right?
Salmon or salmon?
It's salmon, folks. But who knows?
Okay.
Ask us in a couple more drinks.
The salmon is really good.
Salmon is good.
I was here a couple weeks ago and I had it. It was a little bit more. I hate to say this. I don't want it to sound wrong, but it was a little bit more dried. So I had a more smoke. The smoke flavor came through a little bit more.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Actually, that shrimp salad isn't bad. All right. Got a little pepper in it. I like that. A little bit of spice there. So that's rocking. All right. So I'm going to pass on the herring for a second here and jump right into some of this meatballs with lingonberries here.
The cracker was completely not what I expected. I thought it would be more like communion wafers, just pure chalk. That's really good.
All right, so the meatballs are just what you'd expect, basically. They're it's a brown gravy, so it's a Swedish meatball. Meatball's really tasty, a lot of flavor, not too dry. The lingonberry is actually kind of nice, kind of gives it a good flavor and wakes it up a little bit.
All right, and I'm going to try the herring.
Taking one for the team, folks.
Oh, that's much better than.
That's awesome. See, now you're giving me some courage to jump in.
Hey, jump on that, man. That's good.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here.
And that's the great thing about this whole food and wine festival is you can try different flavors. There's a lot of things that I probably would never eat if I went to a restaurant, but I'm giving it a whirl. Tastes really good. What do you think?
So it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's not as good as I'd like it to be. How's that?
It's not as bad as I thought, not as good as I'd hoped.
Yeah. So it's not horrible, but it ain't real good. No, it's a little better than canned sardines.
Yeah.
And not as good as tilapia or mahi-mahi.
No, but what is?
No, it's good. That is a nice plate. You know, they told us when we went through there that we were going to love that. And I will say, the herring's not that bad at all. So I'm really just kind of making a joke about it here, slamming it.
That's really good.
It's not being too fair. Salmon was amazing. Shrimp salad was really good. And the herring was better than passable.
If you like herring.
Yeah.
If you like herring, it's right up your alley.
So overall, I mean, I'm a meatball guy, man. I can sit and eat meatballs. You know, give me a hoagie roll, and I could just eat those boys with some of that lingonberry sauce, and we would be good to go.
Yeah, that's
so
all
the meatballs were a big hit.
Yeah, good.
You know, and that was overall really good too.
Right.
So I think we need to keep moving on. You got some meatball to finish there.
Oh yeah, let me finish that while you talk about a couple of announcements.
A big announcement? Oh yeah. Okay. So one thing for sure is we do have a great episode for you guys next week. You won't want to miss that. And then after that, we're going to almost be in December. So you guys got to check us out in December. You know, last year, John, we did the 12 days of Christmas. You know, because you were there, right? We talked about lighting of Christmas trees. I think you're going to be there this year. I saw your name on a schedule somewhere.
I am, actually. I'm going to talk about, I think, Christmas trees again.
Yeah, and maybe some more stuff. Who knows? But we're going to be talking about a lot more stuff, doing a lot more cool, in-depth stuff this year. And who knows? Might be a little different this year than you're expecting. So make sure you tune in on December 1st and see what we're cooking on Travel with Rick. You won't want to miss it. And there's probably another big announcement still coming, a couple more countries away. So you won't want to miss that, and you won't want to miss our next country. So we're going to keep moving. We're going that way.
Can I get a straw for this gravy?
And as soon as he finds a straw and gets this gravy out of the way, we're out of here too. So long, folks.
Well, hey everybody, I want to welcome you to Singapore, and I get to be the lovely guest of Mr. Rick Howard here.
You are the lovely guest.
And we're here in Singapore, and I want to go ahead and warn you before we get too far into it. If you get a Singapore sling, sip it.
Yeah.
It's not one you just want to slam back no matter how thirsty you are.
Yeah.
And we have our two food items here. We have the beef rendang, which is coconut braised beef with jasmine rice.
Yep, and we've got a shrimp cake on a sugar cane skewer with Singapore noodles. So they warned us to chew the sugar cane, but not swallow it. I'm not sure what that's about. But we're going to do just that. We're going to chew it. We're not going to swallow.
I've tried that before. And I've chewed it. It's not bad.
And as John mentioned, we do have the trash can covered.
Trash can is our tabletop.
Yeah, you know, and last year without Andrew at Traveling Harris is just doing a fabulous job, because last year, you know, with Rhino Ken and Amanda out, we would grab our tables and we'd set up our little tripod and we did all the work. This year Andrew's doing all the work and he's doing a fabulous job, everybody.
That's right.
But this is the first stop, and it's, you know, one of the last stops actually for this year's Food and Wine, but this is the first stop we've had to use a trash can. You know, and we're famous
honored.
on Travel with Rick. We're famous for eating on top of trash cans.
Right,
man. We do. You know, pretty much. You know, there's a lot of high top tables around, but you pretty much just have to find wherever you can.
Right.
You know, to set your food up, and particularly if you're trying to do what we do, take pictures and shoot a video. So, you know, eating on trash cans, it's an old tradition here at Travel with Rick.
Yeah, and the great thing about Disney is, where else in the world would you want to eat off a trash can? Disney is one of those places that you can really do that.
Ha! Ha! That's strong, folks. I'm telling you. All right, so I'm going to dig right into this shrimp cake here. Oh my goodness.
Spicy?
No.
Good?
Yes. See, I guess you're supposed, he's asking questions because I should say what oh my goodness is, right? Oh my goodness, that's really good. Okay, so think crab cake, except with shrimp, but really, really awesome flavor. Not a lot of floury, so more shrimpy and less battery. So really, really good. And I am going to try a bit of this cane here while John talks about his beef rendang there.
Yeah, it's pretty potent. The beef rendang, really nice. You can taste the coconut. It's kind of like beef that you would get like a beef stew, except there's red chilies and some chili seasonings in it that once you get it swallowed, it comes back into the back of the palate. It's a little caliente for me. Not my favorite, but my wife would absolutely love it.
And absolutely a horrible pairing is the shrimp with the Singapore sling. I can't imagine anything that would go with except a lazy Saturday afternoon by your pool when you had nowhere else to be, nowhere else to go.
For the weekend.
So yeah.
And it's like, don't set you on fire. And this is just some kerosene.
Yeah, so don't think that that's going to bring out the flavor of your food or make anything any way better. It's not. It's like kerosene, folks. It just is. So, all right. So I'm going to try the beef ring-a-doodle here.
You'll like that. You like spicy. And I do want to say this about Food and Wine Festival. This is the last show, right?
This is the last show for this year.
Right. And if you haven't come out to Disney and experienced the Food and Wine Festival for yourself, I can't encourage you enough to come out next year. This is one of those things that you have to get off your keister and just come on in and experience it.
Right.
And there's 30 plus booths here. There's World Showcase, and not to mention you're surrounded by Disney magic. So I want to tell each and every one of you guys, please get off your butts and come on down here and experience the Food and Wine Festival. Right. And if you don't live close to Disney, you want to contact our good friends over at Kingdom Magic
Vacations. Absolutely.
And they'll help you get the best way to come down and spend a few days, if not a week here.
We'll be glad to help you with that. And John's absolutely right. For the price of a one-day park hopper ticket, for the price of entry, you get world-class entertainment. We're right next to the America Pavilion, America Gardens, where you have Eat to the Beat concerts. Tonight, Mickey
Spillane. Starship.
From Starship. Mickey, come on, man.
Rourke?
Thomas.
Mickey Thomas, thank you. Sorry, Mickey. Mickey Thomas from Starship is playing
Mickey
tonight.
Thomas.
You know, so as we've told you over and over, dig into that thing, man.
I'm digging.
So as we've told you over and over through this, you know, get up, get to Epcot, enjoy food and wine. You know, there's so many great countries here. There's so much great wine. There's so many things going on. Culinary demonstrations, wine pairings, beer tastings, all kinds of things. Celebrity chefs are going on this week. So you really need to be here during these 6 weeks and experience that. And we've got a great announcement.
It's huge.
Coming up that you're not going to want to miss. I'll leave it there. And you're going to love what we're going to do to...
Is there anything in the entire Singapore country that doesn't set you on fire.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Now the shrimp cake was pretty good.
Yeah, I can still sense a little heat. I'm not digging that.
You're not digging that? No.
I've had Singapore slings before. Apparently, I haven't had real ones. Cause, wow.
Yeah, this is more of a curry taste to me than I don't know what beef rendang is supposed to taste like, but this is more like a curry beef to me than.
And as jasmine rice goes, that's some jasmine rice right there.
Okay, so we've got shrimp and noodles, beef and rice, and Singapore sling, and John's hit is the jasmine rice.
Absolutely, my favorite thing of this dish.
Cool. All right, so I hate to say it, man, but I can pretty much say Singapore was a bust for me, bro.
I don't want to offend anybody that's from Singapore, really like Singaporese.
You want to chew on a sugar cane? I chewed on that end. Why don't you chew on the other end? I gotta say that
Singapore this year, the Food and Wine Fest was a hashtag fail.
Yeah. The shrimp cake was the best of the bunch there. Definitely that was, even for me, it was spicy, but not in a good way.
Even
not
the sugar cane tastes funky.
Not in a flavorful good way, so I'm not crazy about the beef.
No.
The rice was tolerable. This thing absolutely rottenly stinks. So, I'm just going to have to say it just like that. So definitely stay away from the Singapore thing. If you do come to Singapore, really the only thing I could recommend with even any determination at all would be the shrimp cake, but definitely avoid the beef, avoid the Singapore sling. So
I'd get the Dasani water.
Yeah. So pass on Singapore, head on up to Japan. They got some pretty good sushi there. Just sorry, folks. Tell it like it is on Travel with Rick. Here we go.
Yep.
We'll see you in the next country. Wow, I am so glad we're in Hawaii.
I am so happy to be in Hawaii, and the memory of the Singapore sling is greatly escaping me.
Yeah, so we go from a Singapore sling and beef to pork and a Mai Tai.
Yes. We're in Hawaii, which of all the new countries that well, actually it's not a country, it's a state. But of all the new pavilions that they're having in Food and Wine Festival, this is my favorite one. Yeah. Hands down, it's my favorite.
And I gotta say, ours too, this was the first booth we went to. We didn't film it. We haven't done it yet officially for Travel with Rick, but we have stopped in and sampled everything. So these pork sliders, I'm really looking forward to sharing those with everybody. This tuna poke is just going to be awesome. It's the pork is a Kahlua pork slider with sweet and sour dole pineapple chutney and spicy mayo.
And then the tuna poke is tuna with a lotus root chip and some seaweed salad.
Right.
And the poke has got some sesame seeds on it, and it's got a little bit of seasoning on it. It's amazing.
And you know what? We haven't had any wine today.
No, we've got to rectify that.
We've had no wine today
at
the Food and Wine Festival. We have had we have had a Singapore sling that was, oh gosh, you know, I would like to say it was the best thing ever, but I've got to say it was the worst thing ever. It was just horrible.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, we're no longer in Singapore. We are in Hawaii. You know, Disney's got a new resort, Aulani in Ko'olina, Hawaii, that I know you guys are really excited about. You can find information on kingdommagic.com all about Hawaii. Check out our newsletters, check out our website. We're really excited about Disney's newest resort, and I think that's one of the reasons probably, you know, in Disney's brilliant marketing that they brought Hawaii into the Food and Wine Festival, and I think for our benefit, you know.
Absolutely.
So I think we get to benefit from that decision, as we're going to find out here with this pulled pork slider. Oh yeah, baby. Now that's Food and Wine goodness right there, buddy.
That's the bomb diggity.
Yeah.
And that Hawaiian bread is just what makes it.
I was just going to say that roll is just awesome. The pineapple, dole pineapple chutney, really a good combination with the pork there.
That's really good. I mean,
that spicy mayo is a nice topping to it, so I'm getting some of that, getting the sweetness of the pineapple in there. That pork is just off the hook goodness, right?
It's amazing. You know, it's always amazing to see what the chefs here at Epcot do every year for Food and Wine Fest, and they're just cooking these little pavilion, these little kiosks. It's amazing what they can do.
Yeah, in some cases that's the truth. Some cases they're actually bringing it out and whatnot. All right, so now.
They're pouring heavy today.
Was it better than was?
licking a toilet would be better than the Singapore
oh my
sling.
goodness! And
no offense, Singapore.
You heard it here first on Travel with Rick, guys. It's
The Mai Tai is incredible. The Mai Tai is really good. You can taste it's basically citrus juice and a couple of different liquids, a couple of different liqueurs. It's really good.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into our tuna poke here. And you know who has a great tuna poke is over at Disney's Polynesian Resort at this evening sushi bar, you know, where Kona Cafe is. That's just awesome. Oh yeah, man. You know, we're here, as we said, this is our next to the last stop for Food and Wine for 2011. This was our first stop and one of our last stops, and I think that's the way it should be. Oh yeah, now you're getting into the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
That seaweed salad, man. It's one of our camera guy, Andrew Harris, his mom introduced me to seaweed salad. One of her favorite things, and it's become one of my favorite things, actually.
I will say this, if you do come here and you eat some of the lotus root chip, God love you. It's not really great.
It's a root?
It's a root chip, you know.
Hey guys, we call it like we see it on Travel with Rick.
But that is amazing.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drink some of this, buddy.
Good luck. I'm also really excited about the next stop, which is our last stop for the day, which is the Fife and Drum, because they have this Jim Beam Red Stag frozen lemonade that's to die for.
And I know you introduced me to Jim Beam you stabbed me, dude. Red Stag Jim Beam the other night. At one of our favorite hangouts. Another one of our favorite hangouts.
Top of the World
Top of the World Lounge. And they have a Red Stag lemonade not lemonade, they have a Red Stag bourbon up there, right?
Yeah, they do. Jim Beam came out with 2 new bourbons this year. One's the Red Stag, which is a black cherry bourbon. And they have another one whose name is escaping me, but it's 90 proof. I tried some the other night. Here's a great shout out for next year if they do it. This year they're having this thing called 3D, which is the dessert drinking discovery. And it's over in World Showplace, which is the big pavilion that's between Canada and the United Kingdom. And they have all these amazing dessert pairings with different liqueurs and wines and stuff. It is amazing. And one of the corporate sponsors was Jim Beam. So they had a ton of Red Stag infused desserts. They had Red Stag, Jim Beam Red Stag apple cider. It was just great. So
now I'm looking forward to this lemonade. It's going to be a great way to finish out our day, finish out our tour for 2011. Even as I say it, my heart kind of sinks. You know, I look at my calendar all year, guys, and I'm looking at the end of September, beginning of October, all through October, and I think of these 6 weeks in the summer when our schedule's kind of hectic and the heat's kind of with us. I so look forward to getting to Epcot and bringing you guys to Food and Wine, because this is just, I mean, it's a magical time here. It's just wonderful,
yeah, it's
right?
great. It's like I said in Singapore, you've got to come out at least once in your life and try Food and Wine Fest.
It's so easy to get here. It's such a great thing to do. All the countries, all the diversions, all the food, all the wine, everything they've got here. And every year they just keep getting bigger and better, right?
Oh, it's amazing. Every year it's always great.
Yeah. So, as we said, we're getting close to the end. We've got one more stamp to go in our book.
Yep.
We've got one more place to take you guys, and we've got one huge announcement coming up.
I can't wait for that. It's going to be great.
Right?
I don't know what it is, but I'm really excited about it.
But we're going to clue you guys in as we move around the World Showcase Promenade to our last stop on our whirlwind tour around Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. Come on and go with us.
Cheers.
Wow. What a day here in Epcot, buddy.
It has been a great day.
So much fun.
And I want to thank you for having me be a part of it.
Oh gosh, it was our pleasure. Guys, this is my good friend, as you know, John Donahue, but check out www.parkhoppers.com. They're awesome. His personal Twitter is John C. Donahue. I follow him there. He puts out some pretty good stuff, I'll say, you know. And definitely check out www.parkhoppers on Twitter as well. Visit their blog, check them out on Facebook. You won't be disappointed. They got great content. You really do, man.
Thanks, Rick.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Him and his lovely wife, Sarah, you know, they're doing some good stuff. And then, you know, the team with Ricardo and Sarah and everybody you have over there at WDW Park Hoppers, they're just all great friends. And we love hanging out with them every time we come to Disney. Wouldn't miss it. So
that's awesome.
But I tell you, man, this has just been a glorious day here in Epcot, man. This is the way to end the day, you know. Traveling Harris has found us a nice, cool spot here.
It's nice.
Dude.
Good work, you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Mickey Thomas is getting ready to play right over there with Starship.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, I see before me a frozen lemonade.
And it's so much better than the Singapore sling.
I tell you, Hawaii rocked. You know,
Oh.
that was just a great day. Most everything was good. Singapore, not so much. I'd visit you as a country. I love you as a people, but as a food at Epcot,
Not so much.
I'm not so sure.
No.
So, but anyway, it has been a wonderful food and wine festival. You know, this is it, man.
Yeah,
This
we've
is
been
it.
around the world.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
And now we're done.
And now the fruit of all of our labor is with the passport.
Our book is full.
That's
We've
awesome.
got every stamp. There's it. The Fife and Drum. There's only one thing there in the book, the Red Stag Lemonade by Jim Beam. So our book is full. Our day is done. The lemonade is fun. I just made that up. You can tell, right?
Yeah, this is after a couple of drinks. We've been around the world. That's what happens.
It's
when you
good.
do that.
So this has been a wonderful food and wine festival. We really enjoyed bringing every bit of it to you. We had great guests. Rhino Ken, thanks, brah. Amanda Tenney, you're awesome. Leslie, wonderful having you on the show for the first time. And John, great having you here for the first time too, man.
Always a lot of fun.
Good stuff. And dudes and dudettes, it's awesome having you guys follow us around on Travel with Rick. You guys are the reason we do it. I'd come anyway, I really would. But the reason we lug around cameras and invite guests and bring Traveling Harris is just so we can bring all this stuff to you guys. And we love doing it. It's one of my favorite things to do every year, just because I love it so much. And hey, that's what we do here on Travel with Rick. We show you guys what we love about Disney travel and travel around the world. So that's awesome.
And you guys have got to come out here and experience this for yourself. But before we go, I would love to know, what's this big announcement?
The big announcement. Okay, so we've been leading it up to it all show. Listen, we love Travel with Rick fans and friends so much, and we love food and wine so much that next year for 2012 Food and Wine, we want to bring 2 lucky people down here.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so what we're going to do, man,
awesome.
is we're going to have a drawing. And well, not a drawing. We're going to choose. So what we're going to do? Go ahead.
Well, so I was going to ask you how they enter.
All right. So here's how you enter. Here's what we want you to do. We want you guys to shoot a video. Try to do it in 3 minutes. Okay. Don't make them huge, but in 3 minutes, any video, right? Shoot it on your iPhone. Shoot it on your webcam. Shoot it on your camera. Whatever. But tell us why you think you should come to Walt Disney World and why you want to come to Food and Wine and be on a Travel with Rick episode. So we're going to give 2 nights at a Walt Disney World resort, a $50 gift card for Food and Wine Festival, so they can follow around with us and order their own food and wine around Food and Wine. And we're going to film a special episode, Travel with Rick, with 2 lucky people who win. Now, it's, when I say 2 lucky people, 1 person and a guest. So basically, that's what's going to happen. So that's what they got to do. Shoot a video. Click on the tab above. We got all the instructions to shoot your video, to upload it, and that's what's going to happen. So a couple more cool things coming up. Don't forget about December, okay? We got some cool stuff coming up for the holidays. Hey, as much as we love food and wine on Travel with Rick, we love the holidays at Walt Disney World as well.
Christmas at Disney
So
World.
Christmas at Disney is just going to be off the hook. Last year we did 12 days of Christmas. We're going to do something a little bit larger in scope, let's say.
Nice.
You know, we're gonna top that just a bit, I think. And then also next week we've got a great episode for you for my birthday, John. You know, both of us just celebrated a birthday. I had one of those monumental birthdays, you know, the big 5-0. And we did. Andrew and I went out and did a really special thing, the Wild Africa Trek. It was wild, and so we got some great video coming up for you next week for Wild Africa Trek. So we got Wild Africa Trek next week. We got a rockin' December. And then we're bringing you guys to Food and Wine because we really think you need to get off your couches and get down here. And so I think if you see some of your Travel with Rick fellow viewers here, all of you guys need to be here next year for Food and Wine. So not just the ones that win our contest, we want to see all of you guys down here enjoying. I mean, dude, this is awesome out here.
This is amazing. This is the best time of year to come to Disney. It's not so hot. You know, Food and Wine Fest also coincides with what's going on with Halloween, and then it flips over and becomes Christmas.
Yeah, it becomes
it's
Christmas.
amazing.
Yeah, so you got Eat to the Beat, Party for the Senses, celebrity chefs, culinary experiences, culinary demonstrations, all kinds of things happening, and you could win. So think about your videos, click on the tab above, check it out, and we'll make you a winner, man.
can't wait. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, Chuck.
It's going to be good to see them on the camera.
Yeah. They'll see that it's not as easy as it looks sometimes,
That's right.
right? They'll drink the Singapore slings next year.
That's going to hurt me and haunt me for a long time.
Yeah. So these things are starting to melt, and you guys may be getting bored a little bit by now. So we're going to have to sign off. Our book's full. Our tummies are full, but we got some more drinks and we got some Mickey Thomas. So we're going to sign out for this year's epic Food and Wine Festival.
That's right.
And next year is going to be more even epicable.
Good
I
word.
just made up a word, man.
Can't wait to see you guys
So we'll
next
see
year.
you guys right back here on another episode of Travel with Rick, and maybe we'll see you next year at the Food and Wine Festival. So long, everybody. Oh, we almost forgot. Gosh, the Jim Beam. By the way, we didn't even tell you what this is. We kind of did. This is a Jim Beam Red Stag Lemonade.
Oh, it's a black cherry bourbon mixed with regular frozen lemonade. It is amazing.
Right. It is good, and it's really refreshing on the end of the day. I think this is the hit of the day. I don't know. Those sliders in Hawaii were pretty cool.
The sliders are good, and then the poke in Hawaii. Hawaii is my favorite edition this year.
Yeah,
so
I tell you. Yeah,
I was
Grand
really
Slam,
jacked when I knew I was getting ready to do that.
Yeah,
so.
Grand Slam winner, no question. The salmon in Canada was definitely a treat.
The salmon was good. I like the salmon over in Scandinavia. It's pretty good too. And,
that was good.
And the
So-
meatballs. I mean, come on,
Dude.
meatballs.
Yeah. So again, we digress. So yeah, the lemonade's good, but we need to do a question of the week for these guys. So
All right. So
you
the
go.
question of the week this week is: there are 30 countries that are represented this year in Food and Wine Festival. So my question to you is: what country would you like to see represented next year in the Food and Wine Festival? So why don't you leave your answers in the comment section below, and then we'll talk about it.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Thanks, you guys, for answering the question. You guys know they're like oxygen to me. I absolutely love your questions. I feed off of them. I look at them on my iPhone, and I just smile, man. You guys are the best commenters on any blog out there. I mean, you know, we do a mediocre job with the blog. I get it, but you guys are the best with the comments, and I so appreciate it. And while we're on appreciation, I just want to give a big shout out to my good friend Andrew Harris at Traveling Harris. He has made this year's Food and Wine Festival incredible. I mean, like I said, usually we're doing the scouting for the locations and buying the food and setting up the camera, and he's found cool spots and great things for us to do while we've been traveling around. So, dude, thumbs up to you, man. Great job. You guys give him a shout out on the blog. He's the best post-production, production, make it happen kind of guy you could ask for. So, good job. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you right back here on Travel with Rick real soon. So long.